If I told you that the way you think about yourself affects money in your account, would you believe me? Would you? Few years ago, I used to wonder why I'm earning but never see any progress in my life. I used to blame the job, my salary, my expenses, maybe also the life abroad. But the reality is, this is truth. My mindset needed reset more than my bank account. In today's video, I'll be sharing how personal growth completely transformed my money habits and how it can do the same for you no matter where you are in the world. Hey family, this is Becky and welcome back to BeckyBrilliant Finance, the mindset before growth. Before I started working on myself, I had what I call the survival mindset. I was earning, yes, but every time I got paid, I would feel that it wasn't enough. I would sit down to budget, but honestly, I could feel headache. I could feel my head is itching. Why? Because all the time expenses were always more than income, and even I couldn't see what to remove from my budget. My turning point came when I realized I needed a really change. I knew the kind of life I want, but I didn't know how to get there. Then one day, I heard someone talk about personal growth and leveling up, doing a New Year review, and that's where my journey began. I started reading books about personal growth and finances, and I'm still learning up to this day. Is there a change? Yes, there is a big difference. Am I already there? No, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be. There is a big difference. Personal growth made me realize something powerful. Money doesn't stay with a person who doesn't value themselves. I needed to grow from the inside first. My thoughts, my habits, my attitude towards money had to change. If you are abroad or hustling anywhere, start by asking yourself, am I living with a purpose or just surviving? That question alone can change how you handle your finances. Now, in all I've shared, how personal growth really changed my life and how it can change your life. One, I became self-aware of my triggers. Personal growth made me to start journaling and reflecting. I realized I spend money to whoever asks so that I don't feel guilty, even when I know I don't have that money. So I had to learn how to say no. Once I became aware and learned how to say no when I don't have or when I don't have to, I replaced emotional spending with emotional healing, prayer, gratitude, and journaling. Two, I started setting intentional goals. Before I say I want to save, I ask to save for what? Every coin I save now has a name on it. Am I saving to buy a land and build rentals back home? Am I saving to relocate back home? Is it emergency fund? Is it that I want to invest back home in government securities? Is it that I want to do something? I put every coin with a name. Every shilling has a purpose. Three, I created small system instead of big pressure. Personal growth taught me discipline over motivation. I started saving and budgeting for every coin I have. I track every expense daily, on daily basis. In case I'm busy, I do it weekly. Another thing, I make sure I budget before I get paid. So when the month is starting, I make my budget and I use the right budgeting for me. I make sure that my income now, I have to do invest and save more than expenses. Then also, what I do, I have budgeting tools on my phone. So it means whenever I go anywhere, Anything I spend for, even if buying water, I make sure I write it, I put it on my tool so that when I go home, I write it on my spreadsheet and I make sure I do it on daily basis. So I know my income and my expenses and I know where I'm investing. Systems made me to stay consistent even on days I feel like I don't want to do it. 4. I started learning continuously. Instead of scrolling mindlessly on social media, I started reading books. I read every month, I read one book. I watch financial creators and also learn from mentors. All I needed was financial literacy and started doing what I could with what I had. Growth and wealth work together. When you work on your mindset, your money naturally flows. When I look back, I can build a service. Personal growth gave me peace before it gave me money. I'm no longer chasing numbers, I'm building a life with a purpose. I make better decisions, delayed gratification, and think long term. Guess what? When you start changing the way you think, naturally other things change also. It might not be just one day thing, but at least you start seeing where you are heading. That's the good thing with personal development. That's the best when you really start leveling up in your life. It's not only finances, it's many things that go away. Actually, money is the last thing. So if you feel stuck financially, don't look at your income. Look inward. Maybe it's not your job that needs a change, but your mindset. Now I want to hear from you also. What's that one personal growth habit that changed your life or your money story? Share in the comments. I also love reading your experience. If this video inspired you, don't forget to like, share and comment. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss my next video on personal finance and personal development. Remember, when you grow, your money grows. You are capable of building both wealth and wisdom. See you next time. Bye bye.